Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Whether you guys are watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, I'm glad you're here. Today I've got a really cool knife to talk about. I'm kind of late to the game on this knife, but this is a newer version of this knife. This is the Kizer Drop Bear. When I first got into collecting knives, Kizers, I had a whole case dedicated to Kizers, but I'm amazed at how well this knife actuates, how good it feels in hand, and the price of it. So I just thought we'd talk about it. But before I get started, I did want to say thank you to all the channel members. Thank you, thank you. And thank you to anyone who's come in to check out my knife, my EDC content. I appreciate you. I'm glad you're here. I hope you come back. If you're still inclined, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification icon, and I really appreciate it. So the Kizer Drop Bear has been around with the clutch lock, their version of the bar lock. If I'm not mistaken, it might have been the first or the second Kizer to come out with that clutch lock. It's an Azo design. This one's in 154 cm. It's pretty much blacked out except for the purple thumb studs. It has a black aluminum handle, which feels really good, just like the sheepdog that I had come in. I'd reached out to Kizer. They were nice enough to send me these two knives. I'm trying to get back into where I can review and then give away some nice, good entry-level knives that, from when I started collecting knives, which was only a couple of years ago, these knives have stepped up their game so much that I'm just amazed at how well it feels. I am going to take it apart to see if it has an adjustable clutch lock. But first, let's just do a real quick slicey dicey test on it. You got this nice spear point blade that is very slicey. Therapeutically so. Very neutral spear point blade. I guess you'd call that a spear point, maybe a drop point. Very neutral looking, I dare say basic, but it looks like a knife, right? You've got this really nice jimping here on the blade. You've got full steel liners, 2 standoffs. You've got this clutch lock here. You've got a deep carry clip where you do have a reversible clip. You've got recessed screws, but you don't have a recessed clip, but it does go in and out of pocket very, very well. You've got this DLC or titanium coated, whatever Kizer calls it, blade. It seems to hold its finish very well. I've cut through, let's see if I've got any more cardboard close. I don't want to cut up anything that I may have to use, so let's just cut this up. Give me 1 second, guys. Very slicey. And again, blade cleans up very well. You've got this really nice flat ground. Again, I want to call it a spear point. Got this really nice swedge up front. Let me do something real quick. Let me get my KPL. Let's see if that blade cleans up like I think it's going to. I think that's just glue that gets on. Yeah. So what I wanted to do real quick, let's do a couple of quick size comparisons. And let's look at it next to the Benchmade bug out, which I think it's going to be pretty close in size too. A little bit shorter. A little bit thinner. Or thicker, excuse me. Not much. But it is indeed a little bit shorter, but I know it's going to be a good bit bigger than our mini bug out. Probably closer to the mini bug out than the regular full-size bug out. But let me get my scale, my ruler here, and we'll do a couple of dimensions. I'm going to call it 7¼ inches, even though it's probably just a little bit shy of that. 3-inch blade. And 4 1/8 inch handle. If you've got a nice 3½ inch grip to right here, which is where I hold the knife, I can put a death grip on this knife and I don't feel the clip. The aluminum feels very soft. Some people don't like the feel of aluminum. I really do. I'm a big aluminum, I won't call myself a fan, but I like the way it feels in my hand. I've always been a fan of the 940. I've been a fan of Protex, and I'm a fan of these Kizers. So we're coming in at right at 1/2 inch, 0.5035, and our blade stock is going to come in at 0.1110, and our blade thickness behind the edge, which I'm never good at getting, is 0.0185. The studs on this are done very well. You've got smooth barrels, but you've got this little ribbing, if you want to call it, on the outside. They stick right around flush, maybe a tiny bit proud of the scale, which makes a reverse flick or a thumb flick just a very easy actuation. And then in terms of on the close, I'm horizontal here, but if I was vertical, this knife falls shut. So real quickly, let's see if it takes a T8. I've got the dual-sided pivot. That sucks. All right, T8 and T6. All right. So I'll probably regret doing this, guys. I won't make this last long, but I'm going to take the clip off. I'm going to attempt to take the clip off without stripping the screws. Now I'm going to take this body screw out. I do have my finger bit from Skiff, should I need it. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab my CountyCom little tray here to put my stuff in. And this is just for science, guys. All right, you will notice we have these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little holes where I can take that axis lock and I can move it back. Moving it back is going to give me less spring tension. Right now I think it's at the highest or tightest setting, which is where I like it. And I think that is an absolute win. So what I'm going to do, without further ado, is cover it back up. I'm not even going to lube it because it's brand new. Get back that screw in so I'm not stripping it. I'm going to take my T6, my little body screw. You do have a lanyard hole here for those of you that are lanyard lovers. I know some of you are, and that's okay. Let's see. if I can actually get these to fall down the hole. Oh, spoke too soon. I was about to say I will be very impressed. Now the clip is not recessed, however the screws are. And they did that so they can make it reversible since it's got an ambidextrous lock. And I would say rather than have a gouged out area here, unless they put a black filler tab in, that's the way to do it. So let's see where our centering is. Dead nuts. No side to side. No up and down, guys. That is a fantastic little specimen. Again, I'm late to the game. I know probably every one of you have experienced a drop bear. You've seen reviews on it. This is kind of my first foray into it. And as I'm kind of getting back into Kizers, I've gotten some nice Kizers, some of the nicer Kizers like Maddie's Phoenix. Gave that away. I've got the Veritas, which Jim Miller won tonight on Friday Night Flicks. 3.7 ounces on a 3-inch blade that is very solid because it's made out of aluminum. 154. All black except for the purple studs. You can take these studs off with a T6 if you want to. They're not in the sharpening path. You do have a nice sharpening choil here where that plunge grind ends up right there. I think this is a great little EDC knife, kind of master of all knives. You know, just a basic utility knife that's going to be highly functional, that has very good action, very strong lockup, smooth in the hand, smooth in and out of pocket, does not cause any hot spots. Just an absolute win. So this is the Kizer Drop Bear. I am stoked to try it out. I'm glad to see that it's on the tightest setting on those springs, because that's what I would have done. It did come with extra body hardware, and it did come with extra springs, so thank you, Kizer, for that. I think that's always a huge move. Guys, if you're still here and you haven't had a chance yet and you're so inclined, please hit that subscribe button. Like the video if you like it. But please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart and choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.